It's me again. Here we are. I'm going to go through my x and my t method, but now we're going to want to flip to the flap with ax squared plus bx plus c. So go ahead to that one, and I'm going to do the same method that I just did where the a value was 1, but now you notice in all these problems my a value is not 1, and I really enjoy using my x and my t method here. So my a value is 5, my b is 16, and my c is 3. Now, instead of just multiplying to get 3, I'm going to multiply a in there. So I'm going to multiply 5 times 3, and I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me 15. I'm still adding to get that b value, which in this case is 16. So now I'm going to list all of the factors of 15, 1, 15, 3, 5, negative 1, negative 15, negative 3, negative 5. And I see and know that zoom in here a little, 1, 15 are the two numbers that do it. So 1 and 15, those multiply to give me 15, but add to give me 16. So I'd write it the same way, x plus 1 times x plus 15. Now, here is where you have to remember, since I multiplied that a value in, I now have to divide it by both of these numbers. Since 5 doesn't go into 1 evenly, I'm going to take the 5 and I'm going to move it up, and this will become 5x plus 1. Now 5 does go into 15 evenly, which is just 3, so I can just write it as x plus 3. And now you have factored this trinomial with an a value that is not 1. Remember, you can always use the box method or FOIL to multiply it back out. 5x plus x will give me 5x squared. 5x times 3 would give me 15, plus 1 times x would give me 1x, or 16x, and 1 times 3 would give me 3. So instead of using a guess and check, I like to use the x and t method. So I'll show you it again with all three of these problems. Slide over here. My a value is 2, my b value is 1, and my c value is negative 6. Now I'm going to, since my a value is not 1, I'm going to multiply a times c. And I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me negative 12 and add to give me 1. I'm going to list all of the factors of negative 12. Negative 1, negative 12, negative 2, 6, negative 3, 4, and then just flip all of those negatives around. When you get good at this, you really don't have to list all of them if you don't want to. If you just know which ones are going to work, that's fine. So I want to add to get 1, so that's going to give me negative 3 and 4. So once again, I'll write it as x minus 3 times x plus 4. Since I multiplied this 2 in, now I have to divide both my negative 3 and my 4 by 2. 2 doesn't go into 3 evenly, and I cannot simplify it. So I'm going to take that 2 and I'm going to move it up to get 2x minus 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so I can just write that as x plus 2. And there you have that trinomial factored. I think it's kind of cool. All right, let's try. Here's where I'm going to encourage you guys to just stop, pause the video, and try these two using my method. And now we have these two. So my a value here is 4, my b value is 16, and my c is 15. Create my x and my t. I'm going to multiply 15 by 4, and that gives me 60. So I'm finding two numbers that multiply to give me 60 and add to give me 16. There are a lot of factors of 60, so we'll list them out. 160, 230, 320, 415, 512, 610. I'm just going to stop there instead of doing all of the negatives. I know 6 plus 10 adds to give me 16, so 6 and 10 are my two numbers. So now I'm going to write it out as x plus 6 multiplied by x plus 10. Multiplied that 4 in there. Now I'm going to divide it out. Here's where you got to be careful. I need to simplify. 4 doesn't go into 6 evenly, but 6/4 simplifies to 3/2. So I want to simplify it before I move the 2 up. So then this will be 2x plus 3. Same thing over here. 4 doesn't go into 10 pretty, but I can clean this up to give me x plus 5 over 2. I can simplify that. Then I move the 2 up. So then this will be 2x plus 5. So then your final answer here is going to be 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 5. So always have to simplify the fractions here if they don't go in evenly. All right, let's try one more. A value is 6, B value is negative 23, C value is negative 4. So I'm trying to find two numbers that multiply to give me negative 24. 6 times negative 4 gives me that negative 24, and adds to give me negative 23. All the factors of negative 24, well, 1 and negative 24, I don't need to continue because that will do it. 1 and negative 24, multiply, they give me negative 24, add them, I get negative 23. So then this is x plus 1 times x minus 24. Since I multiplied that 6 in there, I'm going to divide the 6 back out. 6 doesn't go in to 1 evenly, so I can't simplify anymore, so I will just bring that 6 up to get 6x plus 1. 24 divided by 6 will give me 4, so I can just write this as x minus 4. Remember, always take the 10 extra seconds to multiply it back through and make sure you do, in fact, get this trinomial. Thanks again for watching the videos. Have a great night.